Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. How have you been? Oh my God, we've been in a bit of a crazy time, so I just wanted to kind of break it down and just go through things and just come on here just to be in space and share, where we've been at as a collective and the shadow work we've been doing this April. So this April has been intense, and I'm sure all of you will agree. We've had to do some very deep shadow work, and I know this sounds like a repetitive cycle, but really, April took us deep into the shadow where we had to look at old cycles and old habits and addictions and patterns and toxic patterns that we've been looping around and repeating over and over and over again. The solar plexus, not the solar plexus, well, what was going on in the solar plexus, but the solar eclipse allowed us to get under it and to look at it and bring it up from the shadow to look at. So, I talked about the aftershocks of the solar eclipse. There were many aftershocks of the solar eclipse, plus Chiron also being in the skies in total alignment with the solar eclipse, so the wounded healer. And also then we had Mercury retrograde, which really took us through the mud, the sludge of our shadow, the sludge. And we had to go into the sludge to see what is still sitting there. And the shadow is a beautiful place, and there are many gifts there. Yes, it can be painful, and it can take us into a lot of the old emotions and the stuck energy. But the gift of the shadow is profound because that's where we find the light. Everything happens under the soil. New vibrations and new beginnings are birthed under the soil. And that's where we've been for the last month. We've been in that soil, underneath, in that darkness, to do some deep processing work, to let go of what needs to go now. And, in my last video, I talked about it's time to go, like it's time to TikTok, but it's time to go. Really, we are at this crossroads. And as you step into May, I want to give you this message before you step into May. And I will do video for May and May's energy. But you have been doing a lot of processing in April. You've had to look at your shadow. You've had to look at the cycles that have come up again. You've had to look at repeating cycles and emotions that have, played out again and again and again. Past hurts of betrayal, neglect. Betrayal came up very strongly. Neglect and getting back to our core wounding and from childhood, anything that we've carried all these years that is still sitting, in the heart or in our bodies, which was calling for us to release. And, we are in those ripples of change. Change is here and change is not comfortable. We don't like change as human beings, but change is here. And we are being forced. And I know I don't like to use that word too much, but we are being forced by the universe to make those changes and show up for the next version of ourselves and to up level at this time, to grow and evolve. So we can't stay in those stuck cycles. We can't stay in our comfort zones. And, we do, when we grow, we have to go through that conflict and chaos to then come out the other side to grow. We don't grow. We don't always grow in ease and grace. We grow in conflict and chaos. And through that process, we see the light. We bring up the shadow. We release what needs to be released. And then we gain momentum and clarity. And then we move into the new vibrations. So at this time, you are going through the chaos and the conflict, and you've had to do some deep processing, and it has not been comfortable. And in the uncomfortable energy, we see things, we start to see things. If we can step back enough from our experience and observe ourselves and see what's going on, what dynamics are playing out, what role am I playing? Where have I seen this pattern before? Have I understood the pattern, and why is it repeating again? Can I break it quicker than I broke it last time? Maybe it took me 4 years last time, and this time it took me, I don't know, 6 months or 2 months or a week. I caught it straight away and I saw the pattern, I broke it. And the moment you do this, and the universe can come in and bring you a new experience and say, okay, he's learned his lesson, or she's learned her lesson. She's understood the dynamic. She's understood the lesson. Now she can move into her next chapter and the next level of growth, because she's not going to repeat this again. So we don't have to bring her up another person to play out this role or another experience to play out this dynamic. She's understood it. She's gained the lesson. She's fully embodied it, and now she can move forward, or he can move forward into the next lesson. So we're constantly growing, we're constantly evolving, here. And there were some tough lessons coming up in April for us to look at, So January and February, we had a real stint where we had to go through some deep, deep, mucky waters. And April again brought that up for us. And we have to look at what is not bringing us joy, in this next cycle, and the energies that we're moving into. It's about joy, it's about harmony, it's about freedom, it's about liberation, it's about ease, it's about grace, and it's about balance. So the things that were out of balance, not bringing us joy, making us feel heavy, making us feel stuck, feeling unworthy, feeling like we have to work hard, in situations to be loved, or to experience success and joy and abundance and happiness and health. We had to look at every area in April to get to the bottom of what does bring us joy, what is not in alignment with us, and what is in alignment with us. And what do we need to let go of to move into the next vibration and the new energy that is coming in? Because we are sitting at this doorway. And, I feel it's really important for me to give this message that what do you need to release to up level and jump into the new vibrations? Because you have to meet those vibrations energetically. You have to meet the new vibrations energetically. And if you're staying stuck and if you're playing small, then you're not going to meet that vibration. You're not going to be a match to it. So at this and during this week, and the energies are going to start to feel lighter after the full moon. Look at what you need to release now. What did this April show you? What did it bring up from the murky waters and from the shadow for you to look at? What pattern do you need to let go of now so that you can move into a new cycle? What people do you need to let go of so that you can move into a new cycle? What workplaces or old locations you need to let go of to move into your new next level and next vibration? So you have to let go of something in order to move into the new. What are you letting go of to move into the new? Because you need space. And we are making space, and we're continuously making space for the new. So, the healing work is so important. We are looking at our lower chakras, solar plexus, sacral, and root. We hold so much trauma there. We also hold stuck energy and stuck emotions in our organs as well. A lot has been coming out about our expression and creating healthy boundaries, and not playing out toxic cycles again, but catching them before you get enmeshed in them and stuck in them for years. You catch the lesson, you create the boundary, you see the dynamics, and you say, no thanks, this is not for me, and you move on. And you've caught the lesson. You've done it fast, and you've become a master of it, and you've created a healthy boundary, and you've loved yourself enough to say, no, this is not for me, or yes, this is for me. And then you've gone on to the next step. So, this is a journey of mastery, of self-mastery, of self-love, and self-value, self-respect, self-worth. We are breaking old cycles where we did not think we were worthy, where we didn't value ourselves, where we didn't respect ourselves, where we didn't think we were enough, where we felt we had to work hard for love, and we didn't know how to create boundaries, and we self-sacrifice, and we were always people-pleasing and always thinking of others before ourselves. So, we are breaking these cycles down where we've accepted toxicity and imbalance. And the thing is, your body's always reading this very carefully, and your body is your best friend. Really, your body is your best friend. Your body will tell you if something feels out of alignment or not. Your body will tell you if you've gone into fight or flight, or whether this is a safe place for you to explore. Your body will tell you. And very often we don't listen to our body's wisdom, but you must listen to your body's wisdom, because your body's always looking out for you and protecting you. And if your body tells you that something or someone is a predator, listen, don't go into that cycle. If you've been in narcissistic cycles, then your body warns you. It's warning you, and your body recognizes that energetic imprint and that dynamic. You have to listen to your body and step back and think, okay, why is my body feeling like this? What is it in this dynamic that's reminding me of something in the past? What do I need to be aware of before stepping into this, so that I don't end up in a toxic cycle? What is this showing me? What is this person teaching me? Can I now step back, observe, love myself enough to break this cycle if this is not aligned for me? Can I take off the blinkers and the rose-colored glasses and see the truth of this situation rather than what I believe I want it to be? Can I actually see it for the truth and what it is actually showing me? So, the masks are coming off. We are looking at situations very carefully, with our mind, but also with our heart and also with our body's wisdom. So multidimensionally, we're having to look at situations and break patterns and toxic cycles and addictions and codependency and imbalanced situations. We're having to break down so much to break through. And I'm sure you are resonating with what I'm saying because, I have been feeling the energies and we're all going through our own processes and just stepping back to recalibrate right now. I think this week is about recalibration, looking at what came up in April, sitting back with ourselves and saying, okay, what did I learn? How did I grow this month? What did I understand about myself? Where am I still stuck? Where am I still being challenged? Does my energy need to now focus? Where do I need to go next? Do I need time to just be with myself, take care of myself, nurture myself, and give to myself and not give to everyone, but just come back to me? And that self-love, when your energy is down and you need that time for yourself, to take that time and that rest that you need, rather than always being there for everyone. What do you need right now? What does your body need? What does your soul need? What does your heart need? What does your mind need? What do you need on every level? Mind, body, heart, soul, spirit. What do you need right now after moving through this month? So it was a biggie. It was a biggie. Just take a deep breath. And let's all just take a deep breath and just have some gratitude for the lessons that we were learning. There's always a need for gratitude for what we are learning because, the universe is always trying to show us the lessons so that we can grow and break through and evolve and then move into the next level. So May, we're going to move into our next level. The Mother Earth has shifted. Her energetics are on a very different trajectory. And we are now being called to jump with her, jump into the new vibrations, which means recalibrate your frequency, get yourself in alignment with your inner truth and inner authentic voice and alignment with your soul and your spirit and your higher self. Get into this alignment, let go of what you need to let go of, create that healthy boundary and say to the universe, I'm ready for my next level. I'm ready to move on, and break this toxic cycle or break this pattern that has been playing out in my life for far too long. I'm ready to move on. And when you tell the universe and the universe has seen that you really have broken this cycle and you've understood the lessons, everything just recalibrates. Everything, all the energetics recalibrate and say, okay, door opens and you go into the next lesson and next vibrations to have a new experience. So as we move through the vibrations and move into higher vibrations, we have different experiences and different lessons. The lessons are different, they're not so 3D in the sense that they're not so much about dynamics between individuals, but it's more about, okay, loving the self, respecting the self, knowing what you need, knowing your values, aligning with what is important to you, not giving your energy away and scattering your energy anymore, but aligning with what feels good for you, what feels aligned for you, what brings you joy, and focusing on your path, on your purpose, on service and where your soul wants to grow, focusing on that and using your energy wisely. Use your energy wisely through this time and align with those souls who bring you joy and who genuinely, energetically feel aligned with where you are at and where you want to go. So that was really the update for this week. Take it easy, honestly, take it easy, take some rest, take care of your body, have your green juices, drink lots of water, hydrate. Journal if you need to, because things would have come up, and just, almost take a summary of this month and what insights it brought to you. Instead of feeling wounded by the shadow, ask the shadow, see the gift in the shadow, and see what the shadow brought to you, for you to explore, understand, and grow from. Really, that's what the shadow does. It helps us to grow. If we don't get uncomfortable, we will never change. It's only when we are uncomfortable that then we are willing to change. Otherwise, if we're comfortable, why do we need to change? If everything's flowing nicely, why do we need to do this shadow work? We will only do the shadow work when we're made to feel uncomfortable. And the energies in April made us very uncomfortable because we had to go into the shadow to do some deep processing work. We had to. The energetics were such that they just took us into the past. And you would have seen where you're still holding the old hurts that you haven't forgiven, souls maybe from the past, and you're still holding in their energy. And if you're still holding on to their energy, then they're still in your field, which means they still are living in your space rent free. They're still in your space, living in your space rent free. Do you want them to live in your space rent free, or do you want to, create healthy boundaries? Say, no, you don't belong in my energy field. This is my space, and I'm taking care of my spouse space. I only allow loving vibrations, unconditional love, supportive energies that are balanced, harmonious, flowing, joyful, aligned with who I am, aligned with where I'm going, aligned with my heart. And the energy that I give out, it's in balance. And I only allow that vibration into my field, and anything else that is not aligned with that, I ask it to leave my field now. And you create that intention, you create that healthy boundary so that you take back your energy, you bring your energy back to your wholeness, and no one is pulling on your energy, and you're not in someone else's energy either. You're bringing yourself back, because if you focus on someone, or if you're thinking about them constantly, you're in their field and you're giving them your energy. They're taking your energy. So you have to be really mindful with your energy right now. Call it back, call back your energy, call it back, and come back to here, come back to this place, come back to yourself, come back to yourself. And during this time and this week, I honestly recommend being in hermit mode, being with yourself, being with your heart, being in sacred space with your soul, your human, your body, your mind, and just giving yourself some deep, 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 deep love. Give yourself that love and say, thank you for being with me. Thank you for supporting me on this journey. Thank you for always standing by my side. Thank you for being my best friend for life. Let's come back together. Let's just harmonize. Let's just gather ourselves and come back into union here within myself. I come back to myself fully and completely. And I step into the new vibrations, gathered, collected, here, harmonious, balanced, aligned, deeply in love with myself and who I am as a soul here on earth. I gather and I bring back and I collect all of my energy from anywhere where I have given it. And I bring it back to this now moment so that I can step forward and move into the new vibrations with the fullness of who I am, with the fullness of my energy and who I am. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. And just anchor that and ground that affirmation into your being, and say that to yourselves a few times before you step into May, because I feel that's really important to gather, and come back to ourselves and just give yourselves a big hug. You can imagine Mother Mary hugging you, holding you. You can ask Mother Mary, please just hold me. Just hold me right now. I need a hug. Dear Source Creator, please just hug me. Just hold me. Just hold me and just fill me up with unconditional love from your heart and soul. Just fill my being up with unconditional love. Dear Archangel Michael, just bring your wings around me. Just wrap your wings around me and just fill me up with love and confidence and strength. Fill me up with strength. And this is how we talk to our guides and how we can work with them. They're here for us. And at this time, gather, come back, gather, come back, gather, come back, and unify within you. So big, 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 big month. But yes, get ready to step into your new beginnings. Gather your energies, and then we will step into May together. And I will bring an energy update for May, and share what I am receiving from Spirit. Okay, so let me know how you're doing. You can put any comments in the comments box, and let me know how you're doing. Again, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, and my son is telling me to go on TikTok, Mom, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to try TikTok as well. I'm also on Facebook, and you can join my newsletter. I give regular updates on my newsletter, so you can join us there. We also have 2 very powerful retreats this year. So if you want to come and be in person and join us and be in community, we're bringing in some very new frequencies this year. Mount Shasta for August 888 Abundance Retreat. Activate the abundance codes, 888 abundance codes, and also remembering, and also Mother Earth has moved. Her root chakra is on another vibration. And there are new chakras coming online. So I'm going to be activating those and just really anchoring our roots in 5D Earth, in New Earth. And also in December for 12/12, we will be in the pyramids for 12/12 in Egypt. So it's going to be stunning, activating our Atlantean technologies, Atlantis reawakened. So all the links are below. We're also working with Horus on Thursday. So you can join us for that. And then I'm off to Peru to gather and be and tune into the new vibrations and just be with Mother Earth, to be in her abundant energy and see what she's wants to share at this time. So lots of change coming this year, so much change coming. But just open your heart to change. Open your heart, let go of rigidity and, resistance. Let go of the resistance and the ego and the pride. And the more you surrender and relax into the energies, the more you will be able to navigate them and flow through them. And even when it's painful in the shadow, step back and see what the shadow is teaching you, what you are learning, what you are gathering, those gems at the bottom of the ocean, underneath in the darkness that we can't often see. There is light there and there is beauty there. And when we can find the beauty of the darkness, we then transform it into light. So, and we alchemize and we move into our butterfly frequencies, our rainbow butterfly frequencies. So we have to dive deep at this time. So I send you my love, everyone. Hope you're doing well. And I'll be back soon with another video. Take care and we will see you soon. Lots of love and bye for now.